Today we're going to talk about the cell cycle. Why cells must divide. The size of a cell is limited by the ratio of its surface area to its volume. If the cell has a 3-to-1 ratio, it will be harder for it to supply the nutrients and rid itself of waste. This would eventually cause the cell to die. If the cell had a 6-to-1 ratio, it would be easier to supply its nutrients and the cell would continue living. If not, it would be harder and much more difficult to supply it to the rest of this. Interphase. This stage is all of the cell's life, not including the 4 stages of mitosis. The 3 phases of interphase are G1, where the cells grow and perform normal activities, S, where the DNA is replicated, and G2, where a cell prepares for mitosis. Right here you can see the centrioles and the chromatin that are inside the nucleus and the nucleolus. Here's a real life picture. Prophase. In prophase, the cell prepares for nuclear division by breaking down the nuclear envelope. The cell's chromatin condenses into chromosomes. In this stage, the chromosomes are shaped like an X. Each half of the X is called a sister chromatid. The centrioles extend spindle fibers and move to opposite ends of cells. Right here you can see the chromosomes or the sister chromatids. The nuclear envelope is already starting to break down, and the centrioles are extending their spindle fibers. Here's a picture of prophase. In metaphase, the chromosomes align themselves in the middle of the cell and attach to the spindle fibers. As you can see, the spindle fibers are holding it in place, almost like a tug of war. And you can see the chromosomes are lined up in the mitotic spindle. Here's metaphase. Anaphase. In this stage, the replicated chromosomes are split and the spindle fibers shorten. This causes the sister chromatids to move to opposite poles of the cell. You can see they're starting to retract and pull the sister chromatids and hold them there. Here's it again. Telophase. The cell begins to divide. The nuclear envelope reforms in the daughter cells. The chromosomes disperse into chromatin and the spindle fibers dissolve. Here's the chromatin and the cleavage furrow that is being formed as it is pulling apart. The spindle fibers are still withdrawing and the nuclear envelope is starting to reform. Cytokinesis. The one cell finally splits in 2 daughter cells. This is when it actually physically divides. This is during mitosis and meiosis. Right here you can see it is split and everything is starting to reform and soon they'll be building. And remember, cyto means cell and kinesis means movement. Here it is. Here's a pie chart of the time a cell spins in cytokinesis and all the different phases and interphase. And as you can see, it spends most of its time in interphase and the rest of it is split up in between telophase, anaphase, metaphase, prophase, and cytokinesis. That's it. Thanks.